Hey, what's going on YouTube? PB the Fox here with the Ravnica Historical Society, back with another video today. I'm super excited. It is Monday. If anybody plays Flesh and Blood, the Calling in Las Vegas was over the weekend, which was super cool. It's kind of like the Grand Prix for Flesh and Blood, and it was the first one ever. So it was really exciting to see. There were about 1,000 players, which is pretty good for the first Grand Prix, the first calling of the game, the first official huge tournament. That's a pretty good turnout. I was excited to see it. We'll peek at our daily deals here before we get started. Wish I had 900 gold. I don't know if I want to buy this 10% off pack, though. These are okay. I like this Nissa art. This is cool. I think the really muted, earthy colors in the back with this yellow and orange kind of up top. It's a little bit too behind the text box. I bet you this looks way better in just the full art, not as a magic card. I think this one looks pretty good. I think this one's really cool, even though I don't like this card particularly, so I wouldn't get it. But this art, all of that orange and the rock there, that's perfect Nahiri art. And then this Jace one, I've always found this kind of weird. Not a fan of this one. Interesting daily deals, though. I don't know, 50% off that card style. You can't just get these any old time, so I give it about a B+. I don't know. We don't really rate them on this channel. But whatever, we're going to be playing some mono red on the ladder today. I'm hyped for this deck too. We played a good match earlier. I wish I was recording. Game 1 was a blowout. We played against blue-green Merfolk. Game 1 I just destroyed him. And Game 2 on the draw I decided to play as just the mono red control deck with a million removal spells. And basically what happened is I just 1-for-1'd him forever with burn spells. Finally Dragon's Rage Channeler became a 3/3 flyer, and that won us the game. It was really, really tight though. Because my opponent kept drawing things like Silvergill Adept and Merfolk Windrobber, the things that draw you more cards, which was keeping him in the game just long enough. I think I won the game at 3 life. It was really tense. It was a really good matchup, a really good display of how to play the game right. Of course, I wasn't recording while it happened, so that was kind of a bummer. Phage Light. Who is that? Is that... I don't know who the hell that was. This one lander, unfortunately on the... Oh wait, it's a 2-lander. That's a perfectly good keep. That looked like a spell for a second. My mistake. This is a snap keep in any situation. Ooh, what the hell's going on over there? Skyclave Basilica. Alright, so we're on Bant. Bant Adventure? Wait, no. I don't know what's going on. Help me out here, guys. Let's do this. Nice, that's what we needed. Spectacle light up the stage. We'll play another mage, and we'll pass the turn. If somebody already knows what this is, type it out in the comments below. Bant Company. I've never seen this. Prosperous Innkeeper. Bant Spirits? Or Bant Blink? Yeah, alright, that's a pretty good company. Probably scoop to that, huh? Yeah. Not sure we can beat this now. Okay. Bant Spirit Company. Jeez Louise. We'll bring in some extra removal. We really want Rampaging Ferocidon. Soul Herder, I guess. Acro War might be decent against Soul Herder. Same with a Fry. Let's see. I don't think Courier is very good here, because it's almost never going to get through. We don't need these Roiling Vortexes, to my knowledge, which admittedly is limited. Like that? Maybe it's like that? Alright, let's see how game 2 goes. That was rough. That was pretty rough. This seems better, I guess. This hand has a plan. Man. Den of the Bugbear is my new favorite red card. Jeez Louise, that card is strong. Jeez Louise, is this one good? Let's get a creature in the graveyard. That's not super easy in this matchup. Seasoned Pyromancer and Static Discharge. Interesting. I guess we just Seasoned Pyromancer from here, right? I will discard the other Pyromancer and Acroin War. That seems right. I could have discarded a land too. That might have been better to turn this thing on now. It's just that I'm about to put instant in there, right? He's going to gain 4 life. That would be awesome. Shock that. The ruins? I'll take the ruins because the ruins help me turn on the Den of the Bugbear. There we go. Now we're coming over. The ruins help me turn on the Den. They get these Seasoned Pyromancers going out of my graveyard. This is pretty good. Alright, Knight of the Autumn. Sure, you gain a bunch of life. We're just going to leave all of our mana open. Everything, right? Yeah, everything goes over. No reason to leave the Pyromancer back, like, it's fine. It's kind of better off in my graveyard, right? That's a lot of these dudes. Alright, I feel like when it enters the battlefield you gain 2 life. Sure. Soul Herder. Surveil. Yeah, I'll take that. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna clear the way for our little critters on the ground, even though I don't love it. I don't love wasting that, but it feels okay. Send 5 over. We'll light up the stage, because this is a sorcery. We really need some instant. There we go. I'll take that. I'll take that. I think our opponent has more stuff. I want to keep the shock handy. I think our opponent has more going on over there. Sure. It gets that one. Okay. Militia Bugler. A Soul Herder. Alright, let's make some tokens. That's not exactly what I was hoping for, but... this is a GG. Okay. Okay, so our opponent brought in a lot of 2-for-1. A bunch of life gain, which did not matter. I think we played it right. I think we want to just establish minimal board presence, not let my opponent have the important creatures. I really... this card is so creepy. I really have to keep the removal for Soul Herder. Because without Soul Herder, this deck's pretty bad. And I can win the game later. I almost want these Chandras instead of these Acroin Wars. Sort of. Is this any good? I think this is pretty good too. I think this is pretty good too. Do I want the Roiling Vortexes? It takes mana, which I do not like. Even though my opponent's trying to gain a bunch of life, I don't think I actually want these. Because, like, if I just sit there and not let my opponent gain life from cards like these, he's like, alright, I don't gain the 2, I don't gain the 4, but then he still has the thing, and I only have this, and I'm not killing him. I think I leave it out. I'm wondering if I want these as even more removal, since I'm about to be on the draw. Like, 1 Pyromancer out, 1 Chandra in... 1 Soulscar Mage out, another Chandra in. I think I like that. I think we're going to go... Same thing we did earlier, right? We're going to play like our crappy mono-red control list. And see if that's good enough to beat this Spirit deck. I don't know about that one. 2 removal spells and a Den of the Bugbear. I don't know if that's good enough. Let me know in the comments if you think this is a mull. On the draw, I'd rather mull. I'd rather mull. There you go. Thank you for the land. We are going to lose this game. That's unfortunate. Speaking of Flesh and Blood, this is a big part of why I like Flesh and Blood so much, because this never happens in that game. If anyone has never played Flesh and Blood, every card is both like a mana resource and a spell or whatever. It's kind of not quite the same, but you get the idea. We're not going to light up the stage now. So, like, instead of having a land that only makes mana, you would have Chandra, but you could also basically discard Chandra for, like, 1 red mana or 2 red mana or whatever. It's a way they balance the game. But it makes it so that you don't have these non-games where you just draw a bunch of cards that don't actually do anything in the context of an actual game, right? Like, it's not that mountains do nothing, but in the context of having 6 of them in your hand at the start of a game, that's pretty bad. Yeah, this is... I'm screwed. I don't have a way to, like, wipe this board. I need to be playing Chandra now, but that's just not good enough. Really unfortunate. That thing has a vigilance. That sucks. GG. That's just GG. That is why I like Flesh and Blood. Because that part of Magic is so unfun. We're going to run another one because they're quick. We should have time to sneak another match in. But, like, how not fun, right? We get destroyed game 1. It was cool, whatever. We win a game 2. That was pretty nice. And then game 3 just doesn't happen. Like, we didn't get to play game 3. I took game actions, but they didn't matter. And that felt bad. And that's a huge design flaw in this game. That, like... The good games are really, really, really fun. And the unfortunate thing is that now... I don't know about mana. We'll do it this way. But lands have so much utility other than just creating mana. Like this one and this one. That you couldn't just take them out of the game. They're too essential of a piece. But it's super unfortunate. play these mages, huh? I will play late of the stage if I've got 2 Soulscar mages and a Dragon's Rage Channeler. Like, I'll pay 3 mana for it at that point. Usually I would never pay full price for this card. But yeah. I'm actually... Julie and I are thinking about starting a second channel for Flesh and Blood, which we think would be pretty cool. To target creature or planeswalker. Alright, so I'm just doing it. I'm just doing it. The other light up the stage, I think we'll put that in the graveyard. Boom, boom. 2 lands. Isn't that exciting? Spoiler alert, it's not. But yeah, we're thinking about starting a second channel because we're going to go to this Grand Prix event in Cincinnati, which I think will be really cool. Julie has a really nice camera for photography, but it also does video. It's like it's a sweet camera. It's kind of expensive. I don't know anything about it, but she's got lenses and a sweet body and all this stuff. It takes really, really nice video. So I want to do... Sure. It's 4 to turn it on. I'm gonna lose to this. So yeah, anyway, I'm thinking about starting another channel. It seems like it would be fun. Yeah, I don't know if Mono Red can like win this matchup realistically. There's just too much of this shit. Like, he's playing Sweltering Suns. He's not even playing Anger of the Gods. So you know there's more than this. There's at least 2 Angers, unless this guy's just broke or something. He doesn't have all of the wild cards, just most of them. So is this Memory Lapse or is this Lightning Helix? It's not Memory Lapse. Another thing I really love about Den of the Bugbear, it's good at fighting Teferi. There he is! He's gonna draw, right? Yeah.
Hurry.
So that he can Lightning Helix my Den of the Bugbear. Kill him. There it is.
I'm getting too old for this.
I guess there. I hate that though.
I'm not going to win this.
Pretty good. Pretty good plays against a control deck.
Let's skip to the good.
Unfortunately, this Teferi surviving is bad news. Because my opponent has 6 cards in hand, which is a lot. It is too many for me to assume that there aren't removal spells over there. Deafening Clarion. Like, why the garbage versions? Why do you have to make me feel personally bad about it? And now my opponent thinks really hard about whether they want to do anything or not. What the hell is that? Let's see if this thing lives. No way in hell. Justice Strike. Alright, my opponent's playing the bad version of Jeskai Control. But unfortunately, even these bad cards have all been quite good against me. We want that fry, and we wish we had more of them. It's okay. It's okay. Chandra's maybe? They don't even seem that good here. Like, it just dies to Teferi. I just want the one fry, I think. I don't know, do you think our opponent's trying to play free cards? We didn't see that. I guess we can take these out. The fry and one dinosaur? I don't know. I really don't know. This, I guess. I guess this one. These options don't seem great, though. Let's see. This Jeskai deck's really good for the format. It kind of does everything better than every other deck does. Like, it does everything as good as every other deck does. Well, I guess let's get Bo3 going. We're gonna need these cards later. Alright, that's it. No more creatures come down. Alright. That's nice. But we're not going to play another creature into a 3-mana sweeper. Maybe I should have just thrown this at him. Yeah, that makes more sense too. That's something they like to do. Although I think this turn, I guess I will just Static Discharge. The early ones should probably go at my opponent. That way the later ones can go at Teferi and kill him right away. That seems like a good line of play. We'll try that. Sure. Nerd. Draw Shock. That would be cool. Shock would be pretty cool here. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Take this. Yes. This seems quite good. Next turn I'll play that Seasoned Pyromancer, I guess. Right? Because we're about to discard and draw 4. I feel like this is Wrath of God coming, right? So I take the cards. Okay, so we play land. We play... I think we play Bomat Courier. And we play Seasoned Pyromancer. And make the... I think I want to discard these. And just filter them out. For more threats. Now that these things are charged up, they are scary. I've got the Seasoned Pyromancer in the graveyard. That's pretty scary. I've got Ramunap Ruins online, which are pretty scary. My opponent is really, like, back against the wall here. He hasn't done anything. All he's played is, right, this? One expressive iteration and a Shatter the Sky? Like, that's definitely not enough to win a game. I don't know what's going on over there. Must have been super slow on land. Timely reinforcements or something? Like, what are we doing here? Shock this now, because you know I'm not gonna... Or not shock, but helix that now. It's some kind of lightning. Okay, gonna let me attack with it again. Interesting. Or wait until my upkeep to zap it, just in case I have 4 lands in my hand. Fair enough. Oh, it destroys an artifact and deals 2 damage. Clever. That's so clever. This is scary. Graph Digger's Cage. That's not what that does. Alright, what are we doing here? Lightning Helix. Sure. I knew something like that was coming. And the turn. We've got a lot of instant speed pressure we can apply here. We have the ability to push 10 damage next turn. How many helix is that? 2? Or just a 1? Just a 1. That's not doing what you thought it would, huh? That's just funny to me. And my opponent like has a true blank. What do we want to do here? Bomat Courier is no good. We just attack with these sparks. Hello, buddy.
Hey, baby.
Opponent drops to 5. Is that my opponent? They've got to have memory lapse, right? Oh my goodness. Good game. Sometimes that's how it ends, huh? Don't bring in Graph Digger's Cage when it doesn't do anything. Alright, we're 1-1. All we need is our opponent to not do anything and play cards that don't do anything. Alright, being on the draw really doesn't change anything. Is Roiling Vortex really good? Is it better than Soulscar Mage? It might be. This doesn't do anything, but this actually sort of ends the game. We'll try it. There it is. That's a keep. This hand is aggressive. It is aggressive. Alright, let's try it. Our opponent can't counter anything. Do I need that land? Not really. I'm sure I'll draw more. I was thinking that this was a duel for some reason, but my opponent has actually had to play 2 pathways, which is pretty bad in a Jeskai Control deck. So now on the first 2 turns of the game, things have developed quite well for me, and honestly, quite poorly for my opponent. This is a pretty clutch turn. If my opponent doesn't get a blue source down right now and do something really, really relevant, it might be over. Alright, there's the start of it. Another pathway. This has to be like kind of a budget build. Alright, so I take a point of damage. That's a lot of vortexes. Fortunately, they all hit my opponent first. What's this on 1? Yeah, I can't do it. I almost want to keep one in my hand so I can discard it to a Seasoned Pyromancer if I need to. Sure. Helix? Prismari command. Sure. We've got the Den of the Bugbear coming. That's somewhat scary. Opponent drops to 16. Thought that would happen this turn, but my opponent has an extra treasure, right? Yeah. Opponent has extra mana this turn, so something could still happen, but I don't really know what. I'm more worried about the Teferi coming down, although only a little tiny bit. I kind of just throw this at my opponent, yeah? Bzz. That's 10% reduction in health. That's about it. I take a damage. That's nice. I'll play another Vortex. Okay. And I'll play a third Vortex. This seems good. This seems good against Teferi. Thanks. I wish I had another land for it, but whatever. Teferi is really no good in this situation. Yeah, that's what you need. It's a lot of damage. And if they play Teferi to minus and kill a Vortex, we can static discharge it, which is really great. Or if we draw a land, we can just attack it. I feel like he might plus here, though, and try to beat it, but I don't think that's a good idea at all. Well, it seems like a better idea than minusing it, right? Minusing it seems like a horrible idea. Good stuff. All right. Just static discharge over there, right? Land into a Dragon's Rage Channeler. I don't have any attackers, sadly, but I think we're in pretty good shape. No life for you, sir. It's a lot of damage, my friend. A lot of damage. I've got it locked up with the Ramunap Ruins as long as I draw a land. We're in real good shape here. Minus onto Roiling Vortex might be a good option for my opponent here now, but it still seems pretty scary because I am just going to cast it again. Seems like a bad option. I don't like it. Opponent's really between a rock and a hard place here. We've got 2 Lightning Helixes out of their deck. And mana up for the 3rd. Yep.
Hurry.
They're going to have to try to burn me out. But 2 of them are already gone. Untaps lands. Doesn't matter. I take 3. Right? Six to Teferi.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Takes 4 to turn it on. I don't have enough. That's my turn. That was pretty good, though. I like this. Holy hell. Big shark token. Has to kill me this turn, though. Actually has to kill me this turn. It's going to take double Lightning Helix to do it. I don't think there's any other way for my opponent to damage me. Oh, he can Prismari command me. Uh-oh. But not without blue mana. So never mind. I think we got this one. I think we got this one. It's just untap Ramunap Ruins and then pass to my opponent. Right? Otherwise, my opponent has to waste time with like not attacking with the shark, and that gives me time to attack with the den. The 1/1 goes through, puts my opponent down. Then I'm not. No, then I would be dead. All right, we'll see. Cycle Raugrin Triome. Healing Salve. Healing Salve for the win. That would do it. It's not in the format. I don't think it's on the client, but you could try. Is it 2 BM to GG right now? Nice. Sure. Your go. That's only 8. I mean, if it happens, it happens. Like, I deserve it, but... Good game. Got something sneaky? He can't have anything that sneaky. It's got to be double Lightning Helix. Woo! 0-1 victory. That was almost as good as the Merfolk game earlier. That was pretty good too. So even though we had an absolute crap game where nothing happened today, we also had a really good game. So that's worth it. I'm having a lot of fun with this mono red deck. A lot of fun. I think we could do a little better in the sideboard department against Jeskai Control. I guess, honestly, Unholy Heat is quite good against them. I didn't think it would be that good, but it is. Static Discharge, it's pretty hard to kill a Teferi with Static Discharge. Roiling Vortex does more than I thought it would. Roiling Vortex definitely did more than I thought it would out of the board. Cinderclasm seems real good against elves. I kind of want to just play something else. Maybe. 2 damage to each creature. I don't know. I feel like these might just be better served as something else against control. Something really good. Like maybe one more Fry. Although Fry is not great against them. It's not great, but it is pretty good. It can't be countered. Maybe like one Fry and something weird. Something sticky and that doesn't rely on the graveyard so much. I don't know, but that was a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to start editing and post this thing on YouTube. So much fun with Mono Red. Been a lot of fun. Let me know what you're all playing. I am putting together a script for the... It's not going to be the next video. But I'm going to do a video on like the common questions that new players ask about Arena and specifically Historic, but some kind of just Arena in general too. Kind of over the weekend I saw a bunch of posts on Reddit that were like the same questions that you see over and over again. I was kind of annoyed, and I was like, well, if I'm annoyed, maybe I should just make a video. That way when people ask these questions, I can just link my video. Go watch that. That will answer everything. Talking about like, where do I find deck lists? What's the best deck in the format? How should I build my deck? How should I start my collection? What pack should I buy? Like stuff like that. If you've got any cool questions that you think you want to see in the video, that you think are good for new players to hear, I guess, post them in the comments. I will add them in the video for sure. I'm going to get out of here for today. We're kind of running late, 41 minutes. That's quite a bit of magic, but we got 2 matches in, so whatever. As always, I've been PB the Fox with the Ravnica Historical Society. You've all been awesome, and we will see you back here tomorrow on Tuesday. Have a good week, everybody.